Hello and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. Today the Cubs are facing the Reds for the first of 4 games in Wrigley Field. Cubs coming in on a roll. They are on a 5-game winning streak and leading the Reds, who are in 3rd place in Central Division, by 16.5 games. For the Cubs lineup today, we are going to see a little bit of a change. So Thairo Estrada will play second base, and Nico Hoerner will actually slide over to short for today. And then we're going to bring Danny Santana up to bat second to give Hoerner or Correa the day off today. For the Cubs lineup, it's going to be Hoerner, Santana, Rizzo, Bryant, Harper, Estrada, Springer, Amaya, and McCullers batting ninth. McCullers is making start number 23. He has an 11-3 record with a 3.66 ERA and a 1.28 WHIP. For the Reds, Sal Romano will be on the mound. He's making start number 21 with a 2-6 record. He has a 4.61 ERA and a 1.34 WHIP. The Reds lineup will be Senzel, Friedel, Castellanos, Suarez, Moustakas, Van Meter, Gregorius, Barnhart, and Romano batting ninth. It is 68 degrees. There's rain in the forecast today, and the wind blowing in from left at 11 mph. We know that we have a history of bad weather in games against the Reds, and today appears to be no exception. It is misting very lightly here at game time as Nick Senzel steps up to the plate. McCullers is on the mound. The tarp has been rolled back just basically in time to get this game underway. And there's a capacity crowd rocking the stadium here, braving the elements to cheer on the Cubs on this July afternoon. There's a line drive into center field, a diving play by George Springer, and he gets there for the first out of the inning. So Senzel lines out to center. It brings up Friedel. With 1 out and nobody on, a 1-2 count, and McCullers delivers. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3. That was a curveball outside, and McCullers got him to chase. So now Castellanos comes up with 2 outs and nobody on. 3-0 is the count. Here comes the pitch, and that is low for ball 4. So Castellanos draws the walk, giving the Reds their first base runner of this ball game. Suarez now facing McCullers with 2 outs and 1 man on. Here's the 2-strike count. McCullers delivers a swing. Oh, and there's a pop-up to left. Coming over is Santana. He gets under it, and he puts it away to end the inning. So the Reds strand a runner. They do not score. We're going to the bottom of the first of a scoreless ball game. Nico Hoerner leading off to the Cubs against Sal Romano here in the bottom of the first inning. 2 strikes is the count. Romano looking for the sign and delivering the pitch. And a grounder towards short, picked up and thrown over to first. That is out number 1. Danny Santana now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. Santana facing Romano. First pitch, here it comes. Grounder toward first. Van Meter has it. He flips to the pitcher covering, and Santana's out by a step for out number 2. Rizzo now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. 2-2 is the count. Here comes the pitch to Rizzo. And a pop-up to center. Coming in is the center fielder. He has a line on it, and he makes the play to end the inning. So the Cubs go down in order. We go to the top of the second of a 0-0 ball game. Mike Moustakas leading off against Lance McCullers in the top of the second inning. 1 ball is the count. Here is the pitch. And a grounder towards second, picked up by Hoerner. He flips to first for out number 1. McCullers now facing Van Meter with 1 out, nobody on. Full count pitch. Here it comes. Low for ball 4. So McCullers issues walk number 2 of today's contest. Gregorius now the batter with 1 out, 1 man on. Van Meter over on first is definitely a threat to run. We're going to throw over to first and see if we can keep it close. All right, pitch to the batter. Let's see what we get here. There's strike 1. The throw goes down to second, and he steals the base. So Van Meter gets stolen base number 8 on the season. The sinker went across the plate for strike one. Now Gregorius batting with one out and the runner in scoring position. We're going to throw back to second again, and he is safe. All right, pitch to the batter. Let's see what happens. That is low for ball one. McCullers now facing Gregorius with a 1-1 count. Here comes the next pitch. Swing and a miss for strike two. So there's a big curveball from McCullers, and that is the second strike. And McCullers now trying to record the punch out. We're going to throw back to second one more time. Van Meter dives back safely. Here comes the next pitch. Swing and a miss for strike three. So McCullers punches him out with a sinker. And that's the second out of the inning. Tucker Barnhart now batter. With 2 outs, the runner's still on second here in the top of the second inning. We're going to throw the first pitch and see what we get here. That is strike one, right at the belt. So now we'll throw back to second, keep him safe, keep him close there again. He ducked in under the tag. Wow. Apparently that was a pretty close play. So now with 1 strike, we're pitching to Barnhart. And it's a pop-up, left center field. Chasing is Springer. It looks like he's going to be in position. He makes the catch in front of the warning track to end the inning. So the Reds strand a runner. There is no score. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Cubs sending Chris Bryant up to the plate. Leading off in the bottom of the second. Here comes the first pitch to Chris Bryant, and he drives that one down the right field line, chasing the right fielder. That is going to be a foul ball. I didn't even know there was foul territory down there, unless it landed in the seats. That was a little bit confusing. All right, let's swing away with a 2-strike count, see what happens. Swing and a miss for strike three, so Bryant goes down swinging. That is Romano's first strikeout of this ball game, and now Bryce Harper's the batter. 1 out, nobody on. First pitch to Bryce Harper. And it's a pop-up to center field, adjusting as the center fielder to his right, making the play for out number 2. Estrada now batting with 2 outs and nobody on. 1-2 is the count. Here's the pitch to Estrada, and he pops it up to center, this time coming straight in towards second base. The center fielder makes the play to end the inning. So the Cubs go down in order. We go to the top of the third of a 0-0 ball game. McCullers facing Romano to lead off the Cincinnati half of the third inning. 1-2 is the count. McCullers gets him to pop it up on the infield. Coming in is Horner. He calls for it and makes the grab for out number 1. Senzel now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 is the count. Here's the pitch to Senzel. A swing and a miss for strike three. That was a nasty cutter. And McCullers now gets his 3rd strikeout of the ball game. Friedel now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. McCullers working with a full count. Here's the delivery. Outside for ball 4. I believe last at bat he might have gotten him to chase that pitch. So Friedel shows patience drawing the walk. And now Nick Castellanos comes up with 2 outs and a runner on base. Castellanos has killed the Cubs historically. Let's see how he does here. Full count pitch. Check swing. Oh, and he draws the walk. So McCullers issues 2 consecutive walks with 2 outs. And now he has to face Suarez. With 2 outs, 2 men on top of the third inning. Better pitch carefully to Suarez. He's leading the team with 24 home runs. Here's the 1-strike pitch. And it gets away. That is going to be a wild pitch, and the runners are going to advance to second and third. So now, with first base open, we are going to intentionally walk Suarez and pitch to Moustakas. Because quite honestly, that's a really preferable situation right now. We're going to intentionally walk Suarez, put him on first, and now Moustakas is the batter with 2 outs and the bases loaded. Force at any base, top of the third inning. Here comes the 2-1 pitch, and Moustakas pops it up to left. Chasing is Santana. He comes in and he looks up, makes the catch to end the inning. So the Reds leave the bases loaded. They do not score. We're going to the bottom of the third of a 0-0 ball game. George Springer now the batter. Leading off the Cubs in the bottom of the third inning. Romano on the mound, working with a 3-1 count. Inside for ball 4, so Springer draws the walk, and he now represents the go-ahead run for the Cubs over on first base. Miguel Amaya now the batter. Runner on first, nobody out. Amaya facing Romano. Here comes the 1-ball count and the pitch. Amaya grounds it toward third. Sharply hit. The throw goes to second. The relay to first, and that's a 5-4-3 double play. And just like that, the Cubs have 2 outs and nobody on base, with Lance McCullers stepping up to the plate. Bottom of the 3rd inning. McCullers batting with a full count, and he grounds it up the middle. Second baseman has it. The throw over to first, and McCullers is out by a step to end the inning. So the Cubs do not score. We go to the top of the 4th. Still tied at 0. Josh Van Meter facing Lance McCullers to lead off the top of the 4th inning for the Reds. Here comes the pitch from McCullers. It's a pop-up straight away center field. Going back toward the warning track is Springer. Is he going to have enough room? Yes, he does. With 1 foot on the warning track, he makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Didi Gregorius now is the batter. With 1 out, nobody on. McCullers working with a 2-1 count. Here comes the pitch. Lined into the gap in right center field. I believe that's going to get down for extra bases. It goes a couple hops and gets to the wall. Rounding second, heading for third is Gregorius. He is going to have a 1-out triple here in the top of the 4th inning. So the Reds with the first base hit of this ball game, and now Tucker Barnhart's the batter with a runner on third and 1 out. McCullers working to Barnhart. Here comes the 2-strike pitch. And a grounder up the middle. That's going to get into center field to drive in the run. An RBI single for Tucker Barnhart, and the Reds have taken the 1-0 lead here in the top of the 4th inning. Next up is the pitcher, Romano. Possible sacrifice situation here with 1 run already in, runner on first and 1 out. Here's the pitch to Romano. The bunt is laid down. The pitcher has it. He throws to second for the first out. The relay to first, and that is a 1-6-3 double play. Romano bunted that way too hard, and the Cubs alertly turned the double play to end the inning. The Reds do get a run. We go to the bottom of the 4th of a 1-0 ball game. The Cubs are sending the top of the lineup to bat in the bottom of the 4th inning. Horner leading off against Romano. He's 0 for 1 today. Here's the 1-1 count and the pitch, and Horner grounds it towards short. Weakly hit. The throw goes over to first, and Horner's going to beat it out for an infield single. So the Cubs at the tying run on base, bringing up Danny Santana. Santana batting against Romano. So it's raining. We're down by a run. And I actually feel like we need to try to tie this ball game. So I'm going to go ahead and do a sacrifice because honestly, Tucker Barnhart is a really good defensive catcher. So we're going to do a sacrifice and try to get Horner over to second. Let's see how this works out. The bunt is laid down. It's on the third base side. The pitcher has it. He throws to first, and Santana beats it out for an infield single. So now the Cubs have first and second with nobody out, and Anthony Rizzo coming up to the plate. That bunt couldn't have worked out better. So now, with Rizzo coming up, the tying run is in scoring position. And we're going to be looking for a situation where we can pull off the double steal here. Rizzo facing Romano. Here's the first pitch. It's foul tipped. So that's strike 1. That was a changeup. Romano now working with a 1-strike count, and he grounds it towards second. The throw goes to short, the relay back to first, and that is a 4-6-3 double play. Fortunately, the inning is not over. Chris Bryant now comes up with a runner on third and 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th inning. Bryant needs to get a base hit here to tie this ball game. Romano working. Bryant waiting for the first pitch, and he pops it up straight away center field. That is not going to get the job done. The center fielder going over, he makes the catch, and the inning is over. So the Cubs strand a runner. They do not score. We're going to the top of the 5th of a 1-0 Cincinnati lead. Senzel facing McCullers here in the top of the 5th inning. Here's the 1-strike count and the pitch from McCullers. A liner into left field. Chasing is Santana. He's going to play it on a hop. That's a leadoff single as the Reds have Senzel over on first with Friedel, the next batter. You know, we're just going to start warming up the reliever now because McCullers, we're going to warm up Logan. Actually, if somebody's going to warm up, we get into the middle of that lineup. Yeah, we can't really throw Skubal. at least not at this point in the game. You know, we're just going to wait and see. McCullers is going to pitch to Friedel. Runner on first, nobody out, top of the 5th inning. Here is the situation. There's the pitch, and that's a wild pitch. It's going to the backstop. The runner's going to advance to second. So now, with nobody out and a runner in scoring position, McCullers facing Friedel here in the top of the 5th inning. Full count pitch. Grounder toward first. Rizzo has it. He flips to the pitcher covering, and McCullers records the out. That's the first out of the inning. The runner advances second to third, and now Castellanos is the batter. With one out and a runner 90 feet away, McCullers working to Castellanos with a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So gets him with the cutter for the strikeout. That is the second out of the inning. And McCullers, that was a huge strikeout right there for him. It brings up Suarez with 2 outs and the runner on third. Suarez facing McCullers here in the top of the 5th inning. 1-1 is the count. McCullers working. Here's the pitch. Lined into center field. That's going to be a base hit. The run scores. The Reds now have a 2-0 lead as Suarez records the RBI single here in the top of the 5th inning. Moustakas now the batter with 2 outs and the runner on first. McCullers working. Here is the full count pitch. Here it comes. Strike 3 is called right at the knees, so McCullers gets the strikeout to end the inning. The Reds do score again. We go to the bottom of the 5th of a 2-0 ball game. And now, we are definitely going to warm up a reliever for the next half inning. The Reds are going to be sending up a group of lefties, which means it's going to be Blake Taylor in the 6th inning. Harper facing Romano to lead off the bottom of the 5th. Cubs are down by 2. Here comes the 3-1 pitch to Bryce Harper. And he takes low for ball 4. He checked his swing. The umpire says he did not go around. So now Harper standing on first, and it brings up Thairo Estrada. Runner on first, nobody out. Romano facing Estrada in the bottom of the 5th inning. Here comes the pitch. There's a pop-up to right. Coming in fast as the right fielder. He makes the play in shallow right for the first out of the inning. And next up is George Springer. 1 out, 1 man on. Romano facing Springer here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Here's a 2-2 pitch. And that gets away. That's going to roll all the way to the backstop. The count goes to full, and Harper advances to second. So now Springer batting with a full count and a runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Here comes the pitch. That is outside for ball 4. So the walk is issued, and now Miguel Amaya is the batter. With 1 out, runners on first and second in the bottom of the 5th inning. Amaya facing Romano, looking to come through with a big base hit here. Amaya is 0 for 1 today. Here comes the full count pitch to Miguel Amaya. That is outside for ball 4. So now the bases are loaded, and it's going to be time for a pinch hitter. Lance McCullers' day is going to be over. With 1 out and the bases loaded, Blake Taylor's ready to come into this ball game. And we're going to send up a pinch hitter, which is going to be Buster Posey. Buster Posey is going to pinch hit for the pitcher spot against Sal Romano in the bottom of the 5th inning. With 1 out and the bases loaded. Cubs down by 2. Posey waiting for the full count pitch. Here it comes. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3. So that is the second out of the inning. That was probably ball 4. Posey chased it, and it brings up Nico Hoerner with 2 outs and the bases still loaded. Romano facing Hoerner with a 2-1 count, and Hoerner pops it up on the infield. The pitcher actually going over to play it. He makes the catch on the mound to end the inning. So the Cubs leave the bases loaded. They do not score. We go to the top of the 6th of a 2-0 ball game. And now Blake Taylor is going to be brought into this ball game. Posey will remain in to catch. And we will also warm up Junior Fernandez in the event that this inning would go sideways for Blake Taylor. So now, top of the 6th inning, Taylor coming in to face the 6, 7, and 8 batters in the Reds lineup. The Reds are up by 2. Here's the 1-ball count and the pitch. Taylor looking for the sign, and here's the delivery. Lined into center field, going back is Springer. He jumps and it's over his head, going all the way to the wall. Heading into second for a double, and that is going to be a leadoff extra base hit for the Reds here in the top of the 6th inning. Van Meter with the double, bringing up Didi Gregorius. With nobody out, 1 man on. Taylor working with a 1-strike count. Here's the pitch. Driven to right center field. Going over is Harper. It looks like he has a play. He makes the catch. The runner tags up and heads to third. So now there's 1 out in the inning. And the Reds have a base runner 90 feet away. Tucker Barnhart now is the batter with 1 out and a runner on third. Reds already up by 2. Taylor working with a 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. Line past the third baseman into left field. There's a base hit. 1 run is going to score. The Reds now have a 3-0 lead as Tucker Barnhart slides into second with an RBI double here in the top of the 6th inning. And now the pitcher spot is due up and Sal Romano is the batter. We're going to visit the mound. And he has yet to break a sweat. Well, how can you tell the difference between the sweat and the rain? I'm just curious. So Junior Fernandez is now going to be brought into this ball game to face the pitcher Romano, and then the top of the Cincinnati lineup. Junior Fernandez coming in has thrown 47 2/3 innings, walked 21, struck out 64 with a 3.40 ERA. Fernandez will be working to Romano with a runner on second, 1 out in the top of the 6th inning. 1-2 is the count as Junior Fernandez looks for the sign and delivers the pitch. Hopped up behind second base, the shortstop Horner has it. He makes the play for out number 2. So now Fernandez facing Senzel with 2 outs and runner still on second. Here comes the pitch from Fernandez. And that is strike 3 called, and the inning is over. So another run scores. The Reds now have a 3-0 lead going into the bottom of the 6th inning. Danny Santana leading off against Sal Romano here in the bottom of the 6th. Santana waiting for the first pitch from Romano. And he's going to line that one in the gap in left center field. I believe that's going to drop in for a leadoff single. Danny Santana stopping at first as he has a base hit here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Anthony Rizzo now the batter with nobody out and 1 man on. Here comes the pitch. Romano delivering the 1-1 pitch. And that is low. They throw back to first, and Santana dives back safely. I wonder if he was thinking he was going to run of his own accord over there because the seal sign was not on. So Barnhart attempting the pickoff throw unsuccessfully. Now the count to Rizzo. Full count. Here's the pitch. Inside for ball 4. So the Cubs now have runners on first and second with nobody out. Romano has walked 5 batters in this game. Chris Bryant now is up to the plate. He is facing Romano with nobody out, runners on first and second here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And Bryant really needs to come through here. I mean, how many batters can Romano walk before we punish him for his misdeeds? Let's see what happens here. Bryant waiting for the 1-strike pitch. Romano delivering. And there's a grounder toward third. The throw goes to second. The relay to first. It's a 5-4-3 double play. They probably could have turned a triple play on that. It was so hard hit right at the third baseman. He probably could have stepped on the base, then thrown to second and across to first. So now Bryce Harper is the batter with a runner on third and 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. And we need to, well, you know, how many pitches? Junior Fernandez only threw 8 pitches. May as well send him back out. No, you know what? We've got Birdie ready. We're going to throw Birdie in the 7th. He hasn't pitched in a while. Romano facing Harper with a runner on third, 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here comes the pitch. Full count. High for ball 4. So again, another walk is issued. That's 6 now by Romano. And now Thairo Estrada is the batter with first and third, 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. And now we are going to see a pinch hitter for Thairo Estrada. And it is going to be, well, if we pinch hit for him, we almost have to bring Correa into the game. So we may as well just pinch hit with him with Correa and see how this works out. So he's going to play short, and Horner will slide back over to second. Correa pinch hitting for the Cubs in the bottom of the 6th inning. 2-men on, 2 outs. Romano working. He's at 84 pitches. Cubs down by 3. Correa coming off the bench with 17 home runs, 64 RBIs, and a .302 batting average. Here's the 2-2 count and the pitch to Correa, and he pops it up deep right field. Not going to be deep enough. Right fielder going back. He makes the play short of the warning track for out number 3. So the Cubs strand 2 more runners. We go to the top of the 7th of a 3-0 ball game. TJ Friedl is going to be the next batter for the Reds, and he is going to face the new Cub reliever, who is going to be Nick Burdi. Burdi comes into this game with 36 in the 3rd innings thrown, 20 walks, 45 strikeouts, and a .272 ERA. Burdi working in this game with a full count, and here is the pitch to Friedl. And a swing and a miss for strike 3, so Burdi gets the punch out. That's out number 1, a fastball at 99. And now Burdi facing Castellanos with 1 out, nobody on. 1 ball is the count. Burdi delivers. Lined into, the shortstop, Correa, gets a glove on it. That looked like it was headed for center field and a base hit. So good play by Correa to react and reel that ball in. Suarez now the batter. 2 outs, nobody on. Suarez is 1 for 2 with an RBI today. Burdi working. Here comes the first pitch to Suarez. And he grounds it toward first. Down the first baseline, it gets past Rizzo down into the corner. Harper chasing. He's going all the way down into the corner. Heading for second. That's going to be a double for Friedl here in the top of the 7th inning. And now Mike Moustakas is the batter with 2 outs and the runner on second. Burdi working. 2-2 is the count. And check swing for strike 3. That'll end the inning. So the Reds strand a runner. They do not score. We're going to the bottom of the 7th of a 3-0 ball game. And here to lead the 7th inning stretch is Rod Beck. George Springer leading off for the Cubs in the bottom of the 7th inning against Sal Romano. Romano at 90 pitches has thrown 6 scoreless frames so far in this ball game. Romano working with a 1-strike count. Here is the pitch to Springer. And he pops it up to the right side. Going out as the second baseman, he makes the play for out number 1. Burdi now is going to be pinch hit for, and Liam Hendricks will be warmed up in the bullpen. Burdi is going to be pinch hit for by Mike Tauchman. Tauchman, batting from the left side against the righty Romano, has 1 home run, 19 RBIs, and a .215 batting average on the season. Tauchman facing Romano with a 3-0 count. Here comes the pitch. Outside for ball 4. Romano issues walk number 7 of this ball game. And now Buster Posey is the batter. With 1 out, 1 man on, Romano faces Posey here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Here comes the first pitch to Buster Posey. And he grounds it toward first. The throw goes to second, the relay back to first, and that is a 3-6-3 double play. The Cubs have just grounded into the 77th double play of this ball game. We go to the top of the 8th. It's 3-0 in favor of Cincinnati. And Liam Hendricks is going to make an appearance out of the Cub bullpen. And he is going to pitch and come into the number 8 spot. Josh Van Meter leading off for the Reds here in the top of the 8th inning. Liam Hendricks out of the bullpen has thrown 49 2/3 innings, walked 11, struck out 67 with a 181 ERA. Hendricks working with the first pitch. And there's a foul ball. That is going to be... Are we in a rain delay now? Is that what finally happened? Okay, so a rain delay of 62 minutes, which means that Hendricks is going to be, we're going to warm up Logan Webb. Hendricks has only thrown one pitch. Can I get away with this? I'm not sure. Hendricks facing Van Meter with a one strike count, nobody out, nobody on, top of the 8th inning. They come back from the rain delay, and here comes the pitch from Hendricks. He is looking for the sign, and here's the delivery. And a liner into center field, that's going to go all the way to the wall, and that is going to be off the wall for extra bases, cruising into second with a leadoff double. Here in the top of the 8th inning is Josh Van Meter. And now Logan Webb is ready to come into this ball game. So Webb is going to relieve Hendricks here in the top of the 8th inning. Webb, coming into the game, has thrown 79 innings, walked 20, struck out 77 with a 3.65 ERA. He's going to face Gregorius, Barnhart, and Romano here in the top of the 8th inning. With a runner on second, nobody out. Here's the one strike count, and Logan Webb looking for the sign. Here's the delivery, swing and a miss. Catcher's interference. So the runner is awarded first because Buster Posey, who's probably one of the best defensive catchers in Major League Baseball, is called for catcher's interference. All right. So now Barnhart is the batter. With first and second, nobody out. I guess that puts the double play in order, so we have a force at third, second, and first. Let's see how this works out. Webb facing Barnhart with a 1-2 count. Here is the pitch. And a swing and a miss for strike three. So Barnhart misses the fastball at 98, and now Jesse Winker is going to be the pinch hitter. He has 3 home runs and a 247 batting average coming off the Reds bench. He is facing Logan Webb with 1 out, runners on first and second here at the top of the 8th inning. 1 strike is the count. Here is the pitch to Winker, and he grounds it to third. Bryant has it, and he boots it. Bryant boots it, and that is going to put the bases loaded with 1 out in the top of the 8th inning. And now Senzel is the batter. With 1 out, the bases loaded, Webb facing Senzel in the top of the 8th inning. Here's the full count delivery. Popped up to right field. Coming in is Harper toward the line. He makes the catch. The throw comes to the cutoff man. They do not test Harper's arm right there. And that's the 2nd out of the inning. Harper was pretty shallow. And now Friedel is the batter with 2 outs and the bases still loaded. Logan Webb working in the top of the 8th inning. 2-2 is the count. Here's the pitch. Lined into center field. That's going to be a base hit. 1 run scores. A 2nd run is going to come home to score. Springer's throw is late, and the Reds now have a 5-0 lead in the top of the 8th inning. So those runs are probably both going to be unearned. And now Castellanos is the batter with first and second and 2 outs in the top of the 8th inning. Webb facing Castellanos with a 1-2 count. Here comes the pitch. And a drive into center. This time Springer has a line on it. He's chasing toward right center field, going back and making the catch to end the inning. So the Reds score 2 more times. We go to the bottom of the 8th of a 5-0 ball game. And now the Cubs are going to send the top of the order up to the plate in the bottom of the 8th inning. Down by 5. This is going to be a make or break situation for the Cubs right here. They need to get some runs if they expect to rally and try to win this ball game. Horner facing the new Red reliever lefty Tim Hill here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Hill has thrown 32 2/3 innings, walked 12, struck out 30 with a 3.58 ERA. Hill facing Horner with a 1 strike count. Here comes the pitch. And there's a grounder toward first. Hot hit, but Van Meter picks it. He steps on the base for out number 1. So Santana now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. Hill facing Santana with a 2-2 count. Here's the delivery. Grounder up the middle. Second baseman has this one. The throw over to first, and that's out number 2. Rizzo now the batter with 2 outs, nobody on. Hill facing Rizzo with a 1-2 count. Here comes the delivery and the pitch. And a pop up to right. Coming in is the right fielder. He calls for it and makes the catch to end the inning. So the Cubs go down in order. We go to the top of the ninth of a 5-0 ball game. Logan Webb is going to be asked to continue to pitch here in the top of the ninth inning. He is facing Suarez, Moustakas, Van Meter here in the top of the ninth. 2 strikes is the count as Logan Webb works. Here's the delivery. And he hits him in the knee. So the leadoff runner is on base. That was a 2-strike fastball. And Logan Webb apparently just lost control of it. So Moustakas now the batter, and we are going to have to warm up a reliever apparently. So if we're going to warm somebody up, it's going to be Moya, because we're going to be getting into the lefties here in the top of the ninth inning. We're going to visit the mound. It says I'm nowhere close to being out of gas. Webb facing Moustakas with a runner on first, nobody out at the top of the ninth inning. Reds are already up by 5. Here's a 2-1 count. Logan Webb with the delivery. Popped up. Short right field. Going out is Horner. He looks up and he puts it away for out number 1. Van Meter now the batter with 1 out, 1 man on. Van Meter facing Webb with a 1-2 count. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So Logan Webb gets the punch out with a fastball at 97. And now Gregorius is the batter. 2 outs, 1 man on. Webb facing Gregorius here in the top of the ninth inning. Let's see if he can get out of the inning. Here comes the first pitch to Gregorius, and he grounds it to first. Rizzo has it. He flips to the pitcher covering, and that'll end the inning. So the Reds strand a runner. We go to the bottom of the ninth of a 5-0 ball game. Bryant leading off against Tim Hill here in the bottom of the ninth inning. Cubs need some base runners if they're going to get back in this ball game. Hill working to Bryant with a 1-2 count. Here is the delivery and a pop-up to short right field. Coming in is the right fielder. Coming toward the line, he makes the catch for out number 1. Bryce Harper now the batter, and he is going to face a new Cincinnati reliever, Ray Black. Ray Black has actually not appeared in a ball game apparently this year. Has he just been called up? Is that what's going on here? Yes, it looks like that he literally has just been called up from AAA. So, Bryce Harper facing Ray Black, bottom of the ninth inning. 1 out, nobody on. Cubs down by 5. Here's the 2-2 count, and the pitch to Bryce Harper. And he grounds it towards second. The pitcher has it. The throw goes over to first, and that is out number 2. I don't know how that was redirected exactly, but the pitcher got it and threw it over to first. So now the Cubs down to their final out, and Carlos Correa is the batter. With 2 outs, nobody on. Black facing Correa. Here comes the pitch. And Correa lines it into center field. That's a base hit. So Correa getting the 2-out single to keep the inning alive here in the bottom of the ninth inning. That is the Cubs' 4th base hit of this ball game, and it brings up George Springer. 2 outs, runner on first. Black facing Springer with a 2-strike count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss to end the inning. So the game is over. The Cubs' winning streak ends in a 5-0 decision at home to the Reds. The Reds getting 5 runs on 9 hits with no errors. The Cubs, no runs on 4 hits with 2 errors. We see that the player of today's game is the Reds' Sal Romano. He threw 7 innings of 3-hit shutout baseball with 7 walks and 2 strikeouts. The Cubs certainly had opportunities to score in this ball game and were not able to capitalize on them. Lance McCullers suffers the loss. He went 5 innings of 4-hit 2-run baseball with 5 walks and 5 strikeouts. So the Cubs dropped to 65-37 as the Reds improved to 49-52, inching back closer to 500. Well, thank you for watching Replacement Player Baseball.